Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. We're on to the divisional round now. 2 steps away from playing on the biggest stage in sports. It's the Panthers going up against the 49ers.
Thank you, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the home of Super Bowl 50, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Carolina Panthers and the San Francisco 49ers. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. James throwing on first down. And his first look is incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. And it's second down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. Fournette fighting through. He finds an opening past the 40. Accelerating, and off he goes. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there. 75 yards. And the Niners have taken the early lead. A long way to go in this one. I'm sure that's not the only score we'll see today, but to jump out like that, very good.
Yeah, everyone wants to set the pace. You know, in a game like this, you want people chasing you. You don't want to be the team chasing them. That's exactly what they did.
And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead. Bullock out now to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Forward to about the 27-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves him needing about 7 here on 3rd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
On 3rd down, that's Daniels. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Own side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. And he'll give it here to his running back. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
And Cam Newton's not coming off the field. He'll keep the offense out to go for it on fourth. They will go for it. Now Newton. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs. So shall we say a bold decision to go for it, and that bold decision does not pay off.
And when you talk about bold, you're saying all caps?
All caps.
Yeah, without a doubt. Maybe they're telling their defense they have a lot of faith in them. I mean, that's how you have to spin it, is that you tell your defense, you know something? We were able to go for it there because you guys are so good. I'm not worried about things. That's the only explanation.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
On second down, here's Fournette. Fights loose. Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Looking to throw. James. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Walton. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Red zone opportunity. Fournette, a first down carry. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point you've got to win at the point of attack, and on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. After the penalty, it's Fournette. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And from the 9-yard line now, it's 1st and goal. Again, it's Fournette. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Now let's go. Gun. No. Check.
James now looking to throw on 2nd down. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. Now we see Kuechly apparently shaken up. Yet to rise to his feet. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. To throw is James. Going to throw on 3rd and goal. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Kenny Stills, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Now Bullock to add the extra point. And this will be good. Off the right upright, but he got a favorable bounce, and he gets it to go. Bullock out now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what 2nd down has in store. Throwing again. Newton. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Aldon Smith from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. Now Newton. Looking for Funchess, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Carl Joseph. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. They send Stills in motion. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Fournette running right. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great under a heavy rush, and down he goes. He didn't get rid of the football there, took the sack, although that's easier said than done. He can't just chuck the thing sideways into the seats.
No, he really can't because you're not afforded total protection as a quarterback. You have to get outside of the tackle boxes as defined by the NFL, meaning wherever your tackles operate normally, get outside of that, and the ball that you throw has to get back to at least the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you face an intentional grounding call.
They send Stills in motion. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown, out of his reach, and incomplete. So on 4th down, Pete Carroll's going to call out his field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 53. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. And a give this time to the tailback. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. From the 50, Newton. Eluding the pressure right. Looking for Clark. He's got him complete. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, Newton. Over the middle, complete. It's James. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
On 2nd down, here's Newton. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Antonio Brown from 19 yards away. And the Panthers have got it back to a one-score game. Graham Gano on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. Gano out to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Now James throwing to start the drive. Another truck. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 23 yards on the play.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
James on 1st down. Dumps it off to Fournette. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll make it a 2nd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening? Our overall defense. You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. The ball still a few inches shy of the marker after the 3-yard run, so now a little soul-searching on 4th down. Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. The slot man in motion right. They'll go with a big bank Fournette. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, 49ers. A great play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the 49ers add on to their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Bullock out now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Now a first down throw for Newton. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. It's a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call a position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
Throwing is Newton, and down he goes. The 49ers get there. Aldon Smith, the outside linebacker, drops him for a loss of 6. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Newton. Escaping the pressure right. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Now Newton on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's James. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going deep for Brown. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has one touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Now it's Newton. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing third and long. Out of the gun, Newton. And he's going to go down again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They are going to go for it. It's Newton. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. And they'll start this drive with very good field position.
Watch him now, Barney. Over. Set. Green, 30.
They'll try the right side here with Fournette. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. The Panthers are going to take another timeout. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's James to throw on second down. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. The Niners on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
Back to throw. James. On the left side, this is Stills. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. Now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Back there to that Philly. Here we go. Hurry up. Here we go.
James now on 1st and 10. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Hold that thought, Mr. Ridley. We've got a trip to the title game on the line. Folks are eager to get right back to the action. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Throwing on third down, Newton. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 15. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set.
Detroit! All right, here we go. Green, 39!
They keep it with Fournette on first down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, it looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more.
Let's go!
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. And with very little time left on the play clock, Pete Carroll's going to call timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's 2nd and 12.
Here we go now. Detroit!
To throw is James. Operating from the gun. Throwing for his running back. He's got him complete. A big hit. Knocked down sideways. A very solid gain of 27.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his legs.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Now James throwing on first down. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Hurry up, here we go. All right, now look at this now, Hardy. Green, go. All right, here we go. 3-19.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Now they'll run it on the toss. Space to run past the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. A great effort there. 33 yards. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
And that'll set them back 5. Here's Bullock now for the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. Bullock out now to kick this one away. And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. And the Panthers coming out now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs.
And the Niners get there and bring him down.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
They fake the give. Newton. On the crossing route, that's complete to Clark. A very solid gain of 27.
Not too many teams will use a first-round pick on a tight end, so you know that when one does, he's got to be pretty darn special.
A small example of why they took him in the first round there. Nice little catch and run to get the good yardage. So the D-line's going to spread out. On first down, Newton. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. 7 yards on the play, and it'll be second down. Here's Newton. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And it'll be a second and long. Newton now to throw. Over the middle here to Brown. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. They snap it to Newton. And this is caught, pulled in by Clark. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Wait a second, that's got to be a mistake. They declined it.
That doesn't make any sense, right? I mean, it doesn't at all because you want that penalty, all right? They just picked up a first down, right? You want the penalty.
I am so confused right now. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. From the red zone now, Newton. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. DeForest Buckner in there to get him the 6th time they've sacked him tonight. To throw on second down is Newton. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. The Panthers on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19. Newton to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's James. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it is incomplete. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen them do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
They send Stills in motion. Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. A tale of 2 extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back, and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead, it works opposite.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. And a give this time to the tailback. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. James from the gun, he'll throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Fielded just inside the 20. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Carolina getting set to take the field. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
They go play action here on 1st down. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
They run the counter now on 1st down. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Slot man moves right. A second down carry for Ferguson. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The Niners on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused.
Must have.
It had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Green, 39. Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
They send Stills in motion. Looking to throw. James. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. The decision to go for it pays off, and now they're set up 1st and goal. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. 1st and goal here from the 9.
Here we go now. Green, 30. Over.
First man through. It's the fullback use check. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Second and goal. Defense digging in again here. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. The offense on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Back to throw. James. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Now following the interception, here's Newton. He's going to let it fly. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Really nice start in field position here for the offensive unit.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
They send Stills in motion. Now they try the right side here. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. Second down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
10 yards still left on second down.
Here we go now.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's got room. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Well, I'd say that run's pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, this offensive line has controlled the line of scrimmage, giving them time to throw it, run it, do whatever they wanted. That's why there are points up on the board. And right now, the psyche of the offense, we're in control, and we can do whatever we feel like doing out here on the field.
Here we go now.
They go down to a knee, and with that, they're off to the NFC title game. Charles, you think back to some of the great OT games in postseason history. There have been a lot of them. I think in January 2016, Hail Mary from Aaron Rodgers, but the Cardinals were able to survive that game.
You need a Larry Fitzgerald, which the Cardinals had, to trump an Aaron Rodgers Hail Mary, and they did so. But let's go back. 1982. Okay, don't say it. I know I'm the old guy here. But San Diego at Miami, one of the classic NFL games that was finally decided in overtime. Dan Fouts to Kellen Winslow, and the Chargers advanced to the AFC Championship game.